Joe Mackay here again. We're going to cover ratchets today, and a ratchet is, you all know what it is. It's the same as the mechanical principle of being able to put things one way, but it won't go the other. And we use them all the time in putting on nuts and screws. We use a ratchet of some sort. Well, in climbing we also use ratchets, but in our rescue system, so that when we pull up and have to reshuffle our prusik or whatever is grabbing our cord, we don't lose what we have gained. The ratchet holds. So we'll cover a few basic ratchets. I think the saddest story you may have ever heard is this warden friend of mine was telling me this group up in the Gong Glacier up by Jasper, and there was two guys. They were ski touring and up on the glacier, and his buddy fell in, and they had the rope and they had all the equipment there, but his friend had very little experience, and he had an idea how to build a system, a pulley system to gain mechanical advantage, but he didn't understand the ratchet. So he would pull his friend up with this 3-to-1 pulley system, and then every time he went to go and shuffle it again, he would lose whatever he gained. And so what he needed in his system was a ratchet, and it's sad because there was everything there. I mean, they had all the equipment. It was an unnecessary and unfortunate accident. And so what we're going to do here is, at least I'll show you what a ratchet is, and I'll give you a couple of different examples of them. Okay? This device, this auto block, is common if you're carrying a belay device like this. Then you can use it as your auto block. Hook it in. Take the carabiner. This is your load rope going out to your victim in the crevasse or on the wall that needs to be lifted. Put your load rope over top. Put the carabiner in, and now you have a ratchet. So it'll go one way, gather another. Go one way, but not the other. Right? So the garter knot, which was common when I was starting out my guides courses, and they used it all the time, is just a simple 2 carabiners, same shape. And then reclip your load carabiner, and bang. That's a garter knot. Okay, the garter knot. You may want to learn this because it's really handy. So just take 2 carabiners that look the same and put them through a soft point. Then clip your rope through the 2 carabiners. Then next, you want to take a loop and reclip the load carabiner. So that's the one where the load is going out to your victim, out to your partner, your buddy. Once you've reclipped that, you can give it a good tug, and you've created what is known as the alpine clutch. I just recently heard that. I thought it was a pretty cool name. But the garter knot. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a self-minding prusik. Okay, this will work. I don't really advise it too much, but so we build our prusik. Use 3 wraps. And as usual, we always put a knot right here. So let's attach our prusik to the system. See, here is the problem. It can go through the beaner. That's why I don't like it very much. Especially once it's attached. You have to break it off. It'll work, but it's awkward. Really awkward, because it'll go through here, this point. So what you can do to fix that is, if you're carrying an ATC, which is common belay device in the mountains, even mountaineering, because it's quite light but very versatile, you could do something like this. There we go. Now, the prusik goes, but bang. Goes, but bang. Cannot go through the belay device. And so you can use your ATC and help you build an auto block of a sort. Okay, problem is, if this is loaded and you need to release the weight because your victim is on it, this will be very difficult to unload. So, what I like to do, I go up into the shell and make a munter hitch, tie it off, there. So now it will work, bang, work, bang. You lose a little there. But if this is loaded, you can release the load and have some control. Okay, if you happen to be climbing on a rock wall and you have to do a rescue, and it's, you know, high-end sport climbing, there is a chance that you'll be carrying something like this, called a gree-gree, which is a self-locking belay device. And a gree-gree will work just fine. So, we take our load rope, yeah, put it into the gree-gree, and bang, the load rope locks off. As long as it's loaded, it'll lock off and you can release it. Remember, a ratchet is any one of these things that goes, and it's a key part of your rescue system because it allows you to replace whatever you're attaching to the rope to pull in the Z pulley position. So let's just look at a Z pulley. But before we do that, I'd like to thank the people at Phillips Electric Razors. Now, even in the wilds of Mexico, where I am right now, and things are very primitive here, I can still look good with my Phillips electric razor, the finest electric razor in the world. Because remember, just because you're in the wilderness, I mean, it doesn't mean that you can't look civilized.